Hey y'all, just wanted to check in, see how the families were doing. Know it's got to be a little difficult to be cooped up, but let me encourage you, you were doing the right thing. This is the right call. Thank you for being a good neighbor. Thank you for taking the concerns of others to heart. That's what this is about. And so, although this may be different right now, it's necessary, and I think it could be good and fun. So bear with me. Just wanted to check in and see how you were doing. We hope that you caught the live stream yesterday. It was, if you didn't, it's still up on our website and on Facebook. But be sure you check that out. We talked about being peacemakers yesterday. And so there were these bracelets that we had made, and they say, "Be the peace of Christ." And when you come back, they will be waiting. We have lots, and you can have one. But for now, there's a download that you could download a copy. It's just a paper. You can cut it out. You don't even really need a copy. Just cut a straight thing. But you can put "Be the Peace of Christ" on it. Tape it up, staple it up, or you can make one, if you're more craftier than me, out of beads and yarn and, you know, how people make cool bracelets. You could do that. But it's all about being peacemakers and why we need to be peacemakers. And what a great time for that lesson, right? Because our world is a little crazy right now. I wouldn't actually say it was peaceful. So we wanted to encourage you in that, in your lives as you walk around in your house, or even in your neighborhood. If you're venturing outside, or the grocery store, things can be rough online. But we want to encourage you to be the people that God has called us to be, the peacemakers. And so for kids, I had a story I wanted to use to illustrate this. And so how I was going to play this out in person was I was going to have different kids act out different parts of my story. So parents, you can use this story, and your kids could act these parts out if they wanted to, or if they think that's dumb, they can just listen. So I want to tell you a story about Jane and Fred. And Jane and Fred were really upset with each other. So they were good friends in school, but they got upset because Fred started telling people that Jane cheated on her homework. Well, then Jane got mad and started telling people that Fred stole a candy bar from the cafeteria. Which, parents, I'm not sure if they have candy bars in cafeterias, but just go with it. So Fred stole a candy bar, and Jane cheated on her homework, and they told their friends these things. And so, of course, then their friends got mad. So Fred's friends were mad at Jane, and Jane's friends were mad at Fred, and everybody was just so angry. Well, James, who was friends with both of them, he just got tired of the anger. You know, sometimes you just get tired of people fighting, don't you? Just get tired of it. So James, he just got tired of it. And he set everybody down, and he told everybody that they had done the wrong thing by being mean to each other and accusing each other. And after a while, all the tension calmed down, and people stopped being mad, and people even started being friends. So it's just a story that happens in many, many schools across the world, and happened in my school, probably your parents' school. But I want to ask you, kids and parents, you can go over these questions with them when we're done. Who was the peacemaker in this story? Who was the person who made the peace? And how did he do it? What did he do that made peace? So and I want you to think about now what situations happen in your life where you have made peace, or maybe where you could have made peace between people. Is there something that has happened, maybe at home, maybe with a brother and sister, maybe at school with a friend, maybe with parents? Has there ever been a time when you've made peace? Talk about that. And why do we need to be a peacemaker? Why is that important? See, in the book of Matthew, in the Bible, Matthew 5:9, which is part of the Sermon on the Mount, which is just a title for something that Jesus did. He climbed up on a mountain and he gave a sermon. So we call it the Sermon on the Mount. So Jesus is on a mountain giving a sermon. And in Matthew 5:9, he says, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called the children of God." So there's a reason that we want to be peacemakers. Jesus called us to be peacemakers. Because like I talked about in the family ministry moment, you know, there's friction all over. And sometimes we can't stop it. And that's okay. We don't have to. We weren't called to stop the friction. We were called to bring peace, to try to help everything around us be calm. That's what Jesus wants us to do. So parents, I'd like you to talk with your kids this week about being a peacemaker. Talk to them about how they can be peacemakers, about what being a peacemaker means. And for this week, I want to give you a challenge. We're going to try to do a challenge a week. So for this week as a challenge, to practice being peacemakers, I would love for your family to pick someone they know, maybe an aunt you haven't seen in a while, or a cousin you haven't seen in a while, or maybe somebody who goes to this church that you know. But I would like you to pick one person this week and write them a letter. We can still mail things, y'all. So write them a letter, send it in the mail, just letting them know that you love them, you care about them. That will bring some joy and some peace to people. So thanks for listening. I know I rambled, but I appreciate you guys, and check back every day and we'll have something for you to do or something to show you. I promise it won't just be me talking every day. So y'all have a good one. Hang in there and stock up on whatever you need to stock up on. Probably not toilet paper, but whatever else. Talk to you guys later. Bye.